Hello and welcome to our quick start guide with using the Mappedin Web SDK. In just a few minutes, we can get you set up on your own local environment and playing around with your own custom map. Super sweet! So, first up, before we start our application, we are going to be using Vite and TypeScript. Vite is our local development server. It makes project setup super easy and straightforward, and as well gives us a live local server to work on. And for TypeScript, if you haven't heard of TypeScript or not familiar with TypeScript, I do recommend brushing up on it, as our SDK is written in TypeScript, and that is to ensure smooth developer experience and make sure there's not that much room for any errors. Cool. So step one, let's create our project. So our first line is creating our project using Vite. We are going to name our folder Mappedin-Quickstart. Our second step here will navigate us into our folder, and lastly, we are going to add our Mappedin JavaScript package into our application. Cool, so give that a copy, open up your terminal, give that a paste, and as you can see here, we are using Vite to set up our project. We are going to be using vanilla, so click enter. And as I mentioned, we are using TypeScript, so make sure you click TypeScript for your installation. Let it do its magic, and voila. So once you see all this, it means everything was good to go, and we can now open up our editor. Nice. So in our left side is where our directories are. I'm going to hop into package.json real quick, and you could quickly see that we have our dev dependencies with Vite and TypeScript, and under dependencies, we have successfully installed our Mappedin JavaScript package. Pretty cool. Next up, let's look at some files. Index.html is something we're going to be working out of, and as well under source, we have our main TypeScript file that we will be modifying. So for our index.html, we're going to go back into our second step here, where we are modifying both of these files. First up is index.html, so we're going to give that a copy, head back over here, paste all that back in. And as you can see, not much has changed. We do have some inline styling here that we've added to our document. And in our body, we have a div element with our ID called Mappedin-map. This is important because this is where we will be rendering and inserting our map onto our web page. Next, we are adding our script called main TypeScript, which is where our magic happens. So let's go ahead and go into our main TypeScript. Go over here, we're going to copy that and modify our main TypeScript file, delete that, paste that, save that, always save your work. And let me walk you through this file really quick. So from our Mappedin JavaScript package, we are importing getMapData and show3dMap. These are the two functions that we will be calling to make sure we can get our map onto our application and displayed on our web page. Cool. Before we do that, we do need to feed in some of our options. And our options are going to include a key, a secret, and a map ID. So the key and secret are API keys. You could use our trial API keys or use the ones that we've provided from Mappedin to you for your specific map. And for your map ID, you will need your own custom unique map ID. And after running this application, I will show you exactly where to find your map ID. Cool. Fun part is the init function. So if we take a look, we have map data and we are calling get map data and feeding in our options. This function will verify that all this information is true and will allow us to get the information for our map. Next up is our map view. We are calling show3dMap, which renders our map, and in our document Mappedin-map over here, as I've mentioned with our div element, this function will insert our map into our HTML page under our element here. Cool. Last but not least, let's go to the fun part. So our fun part is running the project itself, simply yarn run dev. So we're going to go back into our directory, do yarn run dev, click enter. Vite has created our local server at localhost 5173. Let that load, and voila, there you have it. We have a working application. Right click to tilt, pan, and zoom. Left click to navigate around the map. And there you have it. Easy as that. And as I promised, last but not least, let's go find our map ID. So Say this is your custom map here. Beautiful, wonderful. We are going to share it by clicking this green play button. Sharing just publishes it to our database so we're able to grab that information from you guys. And in our backslash between edit and preview is our map ID. So simply all you need to do is copy that map ID, go back into your file, and replace that as so. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that was helpful. If you want to learn more, we have a developer portal here at Mappedin that has a whole bunch of docs and guides and playgrounds to get you started on making really cool things with your maps. Be sure to check them out and can't wait to see what you make. Happy hacking! Bye!